to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.
Hey, Jacket Nation. Our typical hosts, Scout and Levi, are hard at work on their upcoming sports season, so you'll probably be seeing a little bit more of Ramsey and myself on here as hosts for a bit. And we look forward to sharing the highlights with you every week and wish Scout and Levi the best of luck on their season. There's lots to get caught up with LHS sports, so let's dive right into it. The Lady Yellow Jacket swim team competed in the state competition this past week and put on a very good performance. Millie Huff, Addison McKnight, Lucy Huff, and Evelyn Martin had a great showing in the 200 freestyle relay, the 200 medley relay consisting of Missy Mizell, Lucy Huff, Addison McKnight, and Evelyn Martin took third in the consolation finals. And there were also standout individual performances from Lucy getting second in the consolation finals in the 50 free. And Missy brought home not only one, but two medals from state, one in the 50 free and another in the 100 backstroke. Great job, ladies. LHS had an awesome showing on the wrestling mats for districts, where there were wins by Micah Perryman, Cameron Rose, Caleb Branch, Ty Alley, Blake Lively, Sophia Quinn, and Jessa Joyner, who is now ranked number 15 in the nation. The Missouri State Championships are February 28th and March 1st in the Mizzou Arena, where some of Lebanon's best will compete for their state medal. So we look forward to recapping those results for you next week. The Lebanon speech and debate team took on one of the toughest tournaments in the state to end their regular season. Cora Tapp took first place in Lincoln Douglas debate. Jenna Massey earned second place for original oratory. Emma Johnson got second place in dramatic interpretation, and we're going to test my speech here because Lily Carlson took fourth place in international extemporaneous speaking. Then Jenna Massey and Emma Johnson both got fourth place in public forum debate. The Lebanon competition cheer squad went to the MCCA Game Day state competition and had a great performance. Really big shout out to them for all the unseen hard work that they put in and always setting the tone at the football and basketball events for the teams and the fans. Lebanon bowling had a very impressive showing where varsity won over Willard 31-0 and JV won over Kickapoo 31-0. Anytime you can shut out the opponent, it's a great day at the office. Both the boys and the girls' LHS basketball teams have been on the wrong side of a couple of really hard-fought games recently, but they are looking to bounce back this Thursday and Friday for their senior nights, hosted at the Bosma Hall Lebanon High School Gymnasium. The girls play Thursday and the boys play Friday, so come out and show them some love to end their seasons, but if you can't make it, we've got you covered. Both events will be on Jacket Nation Sports, so catch our live streams for both events and senior night festivities. We've got some excitement coming up with spring sports starting very soon, and we're looking forward to bringing you as much of the action as possible, along with more interviews, with more coaches, players, and maybe even some LHS alumni. Let us know who you would like to see in the future. Now we're going to turn it over to the legend himself, Kevin Stubblefield, who's sitting down today with Buzzcuts Barbershop owner Jason Starnes to talk everything from youth football to Missouri Nationals wrestling. Go Jackets!
I'm Monty Hayes, Community President at Mid-Missouri Bank in Lebanon. We have the best products and services with friendly faces you know as your neighbors. Our financial experts and community leaders live, work, and play where you do. In a world that is constantly changing, we have the technology and security to allow you to bank from anywhere. Our lobby and drive-thru is open 6 days a week at 278 North Jefferson, or visit us online at openaccounts.midmobank.com.
My name is Jaisha Connor, owner and nurse practitioner here at Ginger Wellness. I believe that sometimes healthcare does too much, and I believe that's where wellness centers can really bridge that gap and really give people some confidence in natural ways, healthier ways, to really improve quality of life and to get healthy.
We want to feel better and live better lives. It's not about quantity, it's a lot about quality of your life.
Ginger Wellness is where I went to get my quality of life back.
Welcome to Buzzcuts in downtown Lebanon for Jacket Talk. It's brought to you in part today by Mercy, also by Ginger Wellness, by Jacket Nation Sports, and also by Mid-Missouri Bank. We're at Buzzcuts in downtown Lebanon with Buzzcuts owner Jason Starnes. Going to talk a little wrestling first because February featured a big event in the city of Lebanon, the Missouri Nationals, February 15th and 16th, and again, sounded like it was a rousing success, Jason.
It was a huge success. It's we've gotten it better every year as we've went. This year was probably the best that we've done. I heard a lot of coaches say this was the best event that they've been to all year. I got some notes here real quick. Let's see, we had 4,252 matches for 2 days. 321 girls, had 941 in the open on Saturday, which we run that in 2 sessions, and there was 516 novice. So, I mean, it was a great day running on 16 mats. I mean, the facility at the Civic Center was great. I mean, the staff was done an outstanding job with us. But, I mean, to have that place to do the Missouri Nationals where we got 14 full mats in the exhibition hall and we put 2 in the little gym at the Y, it was great. I mean, we got done. We started the first session at 8:30, got done, I think, at 1 on the first session. The second session started at 2 and got done about 6:30. So, I mean, it was great. I mean, we didn't have a glitch. I mean, everything went perfect.
And we talk about the Missouri Nationals. This draws them in from all over the state of Missouri.
We had, Sarah sent me that. We had 10 different states that was there this year. You know, I mean, all the surrounding area. I mean, this deal draws in so many kids. I mean, the competition is tough as state, if not tougher. I mean, it gives you an idea where you set at in the state of Missouri for the state tournament.
Give us an idea of the age range of the competitors for this.
They're ranging, which is 6U, is the smallest they go, which they can be 5 and wrestle in 6U, all the way up to 14. My oldest son is 14, so this is his last year in USA. So, I mean, you could basically from 5-year-old to 14-year-olds, and they're running all over. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, it's a great sport from little to big, and you can watch them all in one day.
Of course, you do a lot of work, but it takes more than just you to put something like that on. You give us an idea of how many people are involved to really put this on the stage and have it done successfully.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts in this thing. I mean, we get a lot of help from our club. A lot of the parents volunteer to help. Sarah Smith, Eric Kivett do an outstanding job running the tournament, running it on track, building brackets. Because early of a morning, I mean, you got people coming in, hey, I need to scratch this kid. I need to move this kid. Can we separate these 2 kids that are on the same team? And, I mean, they're constantly doing brackets, redoing brackets, you know, and we're very fortunate. We got the girls team there that helps us, and then the boys team also helps us, you know, and the parents on both sides come in and help. I mean, they do a great job, I mean, helping because we're moving mats, you know, from the field house over to the Civic Center. You've got me and Charlie Darnell run to Camdenton and get mats, bring 3 of their mats down, run to Waynesville, grab their mats, bring them up. Then we've got to take all them back. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of people that help, and it would not happen without the help that we get from the people in our club.
Give us an idea of who officiates for you.
We got Rick Beasley is our head official. I think he had 18 officials this year, and it's a list of who's who of referee coaches, as I feel, because we have some of the best officials in the state of Missouri want to come and ref this tournament. I mean, granted, we take very good care of our officials, and they appreciate it, and it shows with the caliber of officials that we have coming to officiate. And we've got some Lebanon people, Bo Rosen and his wife, they come and officiate here, you know, and they do an outstanding job.
Mm-hmm. Well, how did the local Lebanon club fare in your estimation?
We did okay. I mean, I can't remember where the team scores was, but we wrestled well. I mean, we didn't do outstanding, but we didn't do terrible. I mean, we've got I think we got 5 older kids that are 12 to 14, 5 or 6 kids. They all wrestled well. The little kids are wrestling really well. I mean, we're growing. I mean, it's progressing. I mean, you give us a few more years, and especially our high school program is going to be top notch.
How do you formulate a bracket? Is there seating involved?
There is seating. Track will generally seed the bracket how track wrestling sees it. When you enter, you've either got a state placer, a state qualifier, beginner, or novice. I can't remember, or experienced and novice, and that's generally how they check them off. and then they'll seed those accordingly, especially in this bracket here. If you've got, you got the number 1 seed will wrestle the lowest seed, vice versa. How they seed them. Track does all that. I stay out of that. That's above my pay grade.
Well, you talked about the number of people that come into Lebanon, and that is certainly a big boon economically for local businesses, especially at this time of the year, isn't it?
It's absolutely huge. The hotels are all full. I don't know, the Airbnbs are all full. There's people staying in Lebanon. There's people staying in Springfield, Marshfield, Waynesville to come to this tournament. All the Airbnbs around here are all booked up, from what I understand. Sand Springs Resort was booked out. At the restaurants, I talked to the people at the Brick House. We went and ate there Saturday night after tournament. It was slam full of wrestlers. Wrestlers everywhere. Chins. I heard a lot of people talk about going and eating at Chins or Da Vinci's and just big whiskeys. There's a lot of places. El Cabana, the Mexican restaurants here in town. They go everywhere. We went and ate there Friday night after weigh-ins, all the officials and some of the workers and stuff, and we had the upper part reserved for all of us, but the lower part was full of wrestlers. And it's great to walk in and see all the wrestlers and everybody in there.
How did you fit everybody into the Civic Center to spectate and follow their favorite wrestler?
It can kind of get a little challenging. You got the lower level, we got it open. We've also got the top level open, but that's where the split session comes into play. You got 6, 8s, and 10s running of a morning and just 12s and 14s running in the afternoon. So that helps split us up. Now, Sunday, we had everybody there from 6U to 14U. And that place, there was not a place to sit. I was having to tell people over the mic to scoot over, let people sit down. It's all general admission seating. It's first come, first serve. And, we get them in there. But, there is a lot of people. I would say in 2 days we run 10,000 people through there.
Wow. Well, you couldn't have done this during the COVID period, could you?
No, we had it during the COVID, and which was probably the biggest one that we've ever had, because nobody else was wrestling any tournaments, and we was allowed to have it at the Civic Center, I think because it was a separate place from the school. So we was allowed to have it. We masked up. We was allowed to have it, and I can't remember how many kids that we had that year, but it was unbelievable. I think the last match on Saturday night, I think it was Lincoln Darnell was the last match, and he wrestled it at 11:59.
Goodness.
Saturday night. It was crazy. People everywhere, but they was ready to get out and wrestle.
Mm-hmm. Well, as you kind of take stock of what happened this year, what are some of the things you want to accomplish next year during Missouri Nationals?
Boy, I tell you what, this year went really, really good. I don't know how we can try to better it. We got new barriers this year. Barriers has been one thing that we've always needed. We had the barriers that they had at the football field. We was able to use them. So that helped a bunch where people could kneel down and still see through them. We're just getting more efficient every year. So, I'm sure there's something that we need to sit down and talk about, to try to make it better. But right now, I don't know what we can do. It all went so good.
Are you putting it on the schedule about the same time for 2026?
As of right now, yes. We generally have it the first weekend in February, but we had a conflict. I can't remember what the conflict was with the 1st of February, so we couldn't do it, so we had to move it to the 15th and the 16th. But it's generally the first weekend in February, and we'll probably get that out midsummer, to let people know when we're going to have it.
All right. Well, congratulations on that great event. You've got Lebanon Youth Football coming up this summer, and that's something that always occupies your time around the clock, doesn't it?
Oh, that's something that I never stop thinking about. I always try to figure out a way to do good for the kids and try something else new. That's what I was telling you a while ago. I need to get my list out here for long and start signing up coaches, because that's the big deal that I need. I need coaches for football. Last year was, there was a lot of kids on teams. There was 20 to 22 kids on a team, and that's my fault because I didn't get out and recruit enough coaches. We're going to, and there's going to be 3 coaches to a team. This is my plan. Now, plans are all subject to change, but I got 3 coaches to a team. The coaches' kids will be allowed to play for free, but only one kid. If they have multiple siblings, only one, because I can't have 5 or 6 kids under one person coming up and wanting to play for free. So, I mean, the coaches' kids will play. If they have multiple siblings, it'll be one. But, and then I've got to try to figure out a different type of schedule to do, with that many teams. But I want to do, at least 4 kindergarten, 6 first and second grade, 6 third and fourth, and 6 fifth and sixth. But once again, it all comes down to the coaches. I got to have coaches.
Turnout was awesome last year, wasn't it? You mentioned the numbers to me, and it was just kind of astounding.
It was the best year we've had. I think we had 283 kids.
Yep.
It's growing every year so far. I can't say nothing about it. I mean, it's been awesome. I mean, it's growing every year, and that's where the need comes in for coaches. I mean, I can't do it without the coaches. And if I've got that many kids, I mean, it's a testament to the program that we've got going out here, what Coach C and everybody's got going on.
Coach is always talking about at the end of the season equipment, trying to recondition equipment,
Yes.
and you're in the same boat, aren't you, with youth football?
We are in the same boat every year. We have been very blessed the last couple of years. We do a deal with Kurt Thompson, used to be the Kickapoo coach, called Adrenaline, I think is what is our fundraiser, which has allowed us to buy new shoulder pads and new helmets to kick out the old stuff that we need that's outdated. It just goes in the trash, because I can't have somebody having something old and they getting hurt, and then next thing I know, we're in trouble. But so we have been able to get new helmets. That we got 45 new helmets and I think 60 sets of shoulder pads this year. So, I mean, the last 2 years, we are setting really good right now with equipment, and I would love to buy a whole bunch more if we had that many kids show up.
Mm-hmm. Usually registration starts, around the time of the high school football camp?
About the time of high school football camp is when we will do our registration. I am going to try to get a flyer. That way we can get it sent home the last week of school to the kids to take home to their parents. I know there's a huge gap between the end of school and when summer camp is to get these kids signed up and stuff, but that's the only time we can send them out. So parents, be watching and for these flyers to come home, and we'll try to get these kids signed up. Everything's going to be online this year. If you do sign your kid up after the deadline, instead of being $85, you're going to pay $150 because of all the stuff that we've got to go through to get these kids put on a team. So, I want to get everybody signed up by a certain time. If I can get them signed up by a certain time, it makes my life a lot easier to get everything done instead of having to hurry and worry and cram the week before we do equipment pickups.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got the advantage here in downtown Lebanon at your business, Buzzcuts, because I know you probably cut a lot of heads of hair from players that are involved and also parents as well.
Yes, there's I've been very blessed with the number of kids that come in here and parents from youth sports that I help with to get their haircuts. I can't complain. Plus it makes it easy. If they need something, I'm always here. They can come in and ask me, and I generally try to figure it out and what we need to do. If I need to go get equipment or something, if I'm not busy, I'll just say, well, let's run over and we'll go get equipment for you right now, or meet me after work and we'll go get equipment.
What time are you open here?
We're open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
And you've been at this location how many years now?
9 years.
9 years.
That's what I was just thinking about that today. It's been 9 awesome years. When I remember when I first stepped out to do this, I was excited, nervous, scared, whatever you want to say, all the emotions at one time, to open up your own business and go with it. But it's been an awesome 9 years, and I'm very appreciative for everybody that comes in those doors.
And you welcome the walk-ins through the door here.
Everybody there are no appointments. I did appointments for a while, and it got to be, I was having more walk-ins coming in than I was having appointments. So it's just straight walk-ins. There's no appointment needed. You just walk in through the door, have a seat in one of the chairs, and watch what's on TV. Generally, it's going to be hunting or fishing. It's fishing right now because it's springtime. Everybody wants to be fishing. Now, when September rolls around and bow season rolls around, we'll have hunting on TV.
You still have people that want a crew cut or a mullet occasionally?
Oh yeah, we'll get the old mullets. We've had some skullets come in here lately. That's been kind of interesting. But we still get the old flat tops come in now. We've got the YouTube haircuts that everybody does. Matt does a really good job on all these blowout tapers with fringe and all that stuff. I guess you could say I'm an old school person. I like a high and tight and a good flat top, but Matt does a really good job up here. He's been here over a year now and has been doing very good up here with us.
Always busy here at Buzzcuts in downtown Lebanon across from the post office. Jason, appreciate your work on the Missouri Nationals and youth football. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate it.
Jason Starnes from Buzzcuts in downtown Lebanon. Our show brought to you today by Jacket Nation Sports, by Mid-Missouri Bank, Mercy, and by Ginger Wellness. Thanks for joining us for Jacket Talk. Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.